Welcome to a brand new podcast. And as always, this is the Oracle 19. And my name is Mr. Greatness. For any business inquiries, if you want to put your business on this platform, you can email us at evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. And that's the same email if you want to make a free will offering or a donation via PayPal, evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. And you can shop online to our baby shopping mall, which is www.evolutionoflondon.com, where we have a whole wide range of products. That's men's, kids, ladies' clothes, perfume, cologne, house products, and much more. So evolutionoflondon.com. Also evolutionoflondon.org, O-R-G, for custom clothes, accessories, digital products such as books for personal as well as business use. And finally, evolutionoflondon.store, S-T-O-R-E, for DVDs and games and more clothes shipped throughout North America. So that's evolutionoflondon.store. We have different links to other affiliates. www.linktree.com/Evolution of London. You can support us that way. And finally, we have a Patreon channel, which we have videos that is not posted on YouTube, digital artwork, and we do consulting services as well. So as www.patreon.com/Evolution of London. Check out the company Royalty 9 International. They make homemade candles, 100% soy wax, 12-ounce jars, from scented to unscented. Now, the scented candles is from frankincense, myrrh, jasmine, eucalyptus, rose, peppermint, just to name a few. So there's a lot of different fragrances, I should say. Nice smelling, good stuff. No one candle is the same. It's custom made. So you definitely will like it. Over 35 plus burning hours. Luxury candles. Royalty 9 International. You can find them on Instagram and TikTok. Again, Royalty 9 International. Mr. Will, he's been a fitness consultant for over 15 years. So if you want to book a consultation, you can email him at healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. That's healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. And also check out his merch. www.wjaccessories.com for custom clothes, accessories, and digital products as well. Music. Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. We have a whole wide range of different beats. So once you go to his YouTube channel, you'll see his other social media sites. Like, subscribe, and share to Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. And continue to train on YouTube is the Greatness 19 channel. That's our educational channel to open up your third eye. So it's over 900 shows. Again, like, subscribe, and share. And on the same page of the Greatness 19 channel is Mr. Evolution of London. That's our health and wellness channel. So you can like, subscribe, and share to that platform as well. DJ Panthro, he's an international DJ, and if you want to book for him to come to your venue, email him at djpanthro519@gmail.com. That's DJ Panthro, Panthro, 519@gmail.com. And also check out his links to his website, which you'll find on Instagram and TikTok. Find on TikTok. I want you guys to check out DJ Panthro and his bonus platform, The Real DJ Panthro, on TikTok. The Real DJ Panthro. So definitely support his brand and also his YouTube channel. You can like, subscribe, and share to DJ Panthro 519. So again, DJ Panthro. Kenzo World have African beats if you're looking for music. Kenzo on all the major platforms. That's YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple. For his single, Adora, Adura, Adora. His single and his new single you'll find on YouTube and all the major platforms as well. And if you want to book for him to come to your venue, email him at morekenzo@gmail.com. Again, that's more, MOORKEENZO@gmail.com. Also, check out his album, Rediscovering. Again, Kenzo. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. Let the Truth Be Told. New podcast you can find on YouTube and iHeartRadio by Elder Tarah, Tarah. You'll find him on YouTube as well. As he's growing the podcast, very good information, well-rounded information on just self-improvement, self-growth, and just life. Let the Truth Be Told. Name of the podcast. And again, on YouTube and iHeartRadio. Again, the Elder Tarah. Now, the Oracle 19 is on all major platforms. We're on iHeartRadio, Google, Apple, Spotify. Spotify for podcasters. Soon will be Spotify for creators. Ooh, delicious. And Amazon Music, just to name a few. So any information I ever mentioned will be in the description box of the Oracle 19 podcast, the Greatness 19 channel, Mr. Evolution of London. Both of those on YouTube, of course, rumble.com. Just type in Oracle 19, like, subscribe, and share on that platform as well. And finally, www.oracle19radio.com. Check that out as well and then show your support that way also. And again, thank you. And there's two new countries that actually solicited to me, Qatar and Zambia. Delicious. Thank you. So Zambia and Qatar. I have a list of over 70 countries now that's listed. Time to time I talk about it, but I'd save that for another day, or should I do it now? All right, well, you know what? Let's do it now. US, Canada, UK, Germany, India, Egypt, Australia, Japan, Sweden, New Zealand, Netherlands, South Africa, Spain, France, Philippines, Ireland, Jamaica, Italy, Nigeria, Mexico, Norway, Finland, Switzerland, Denmark, Namibia, Singapore, Ghana, Kenya, Romania, Hungary, Brazil, Iran, Ukraine, Haiti, Sri Lanka, Poland, Bahamas, Colombia, Bolivia, Hong Kong, Morocco, United Arab Emirates, Bangladesh, Holland, I think now called the Netherlands, Saudi Arabia, Thailand, Austria, Slovenia, Czechoslovakia, DR, Trinidad, Tobago, Malaysia, Tanzania, Guyana, Antigua, Barbados, Portugal, Taiwan, Israel, Costa Rica, Russia, Peru, Chile, Pakistan, Indonesia, Guatemala, Ecuador, Argentina, Honduras, Qatar, Zambia. Thank you. It's delicious. All right, let's get to the business at hand. Doing a part two. When you pass your prime. Part two. About a year and a half, 2 years ago, I had a part one. When you pass your prime. But I mean, the fight with Tyson, that's really what stimulated my mind on when you pass your prime. Tyson and Jake Paul. They went the distance, but I watched some of the fight, and I'm a Mike Tyson fan. And it's just sad. Again, some people, maybe he want to get a paycheck, and it was a good little, not good little, but a good paycheck for him. But, you got to know when it's over. And I'm starting off with sports, but then I'm going to expand in terms of life. And I talked about this on my part one. You should check out the part one. Just scroll through, go any of the major platforms, Greatness 19 channel in the section, podcast section, or go to iHeartRadio and scroll and look at all the shows. Is over 460 shows and counting. Just go to Google or Google Podcasts, which I think is phasing out, but Apple Podcasts or Spotify. You understand. Go and you'll find a part one. Because there's so much shows that I do. I'm not going to remember each and every show, what date, what month, what year, because in the future it'd be like over 1,000 shows. So I'm not going to remember all that. You have to do your own research. But this, when you pass your prime, it's sad. It really is. And you're just trying to rehash what you think. In your mind, you thinking you still that guy. You still think you him or himity him, as one of the young guys mentioned. But when you think you him, you still think you that champ in the 80s and early 90s, the baddest man on the planet. You're not the baddest man on the planet. And that's why I seen with Mike Tyson, that fight is was he looked his age, slower. He didn't even throw punches because the stamina, he just didn't have it. Now, what you seen on YouTube, he looked dangerous. Now, in the streets, see, this is where you get twisted. In the streets, which most of us is not fighters, you could get hurt. Mike Tyson will hurt you in the streets. And that's what people look at, because in the streets is not a couple 1-2s. If you're going toe for toe with him in boxing, most people is not fighters. Nobody's really professional fighter out here, or even amateur fighter. So he gonna throw some body shots to you. You're gonna go down. But also on the same token, in the streets, it's not gonna be boxing. It's gonna be that God damn it, or the Draco, or the God of Life, the Equalizer, or guys gonna pick up garbage cans or pipes or sticks, whatever. Fight. A street fight is what it is. A street fight. Everything goes. I'm not gonna fight Mike Tyson head to head. Of course not. That's his advantage. So if I see a pipe, if I have access to a brick, rock, a bottle, glass, if I'm able to poke his eyes out, take out his eyes, hit him in the throat, bang him on the kneecap, stomp him on the foot. Everything goes in the street fight. Bite, scratch, claw, everything goes. Now that's part of the equalizer. Hit him in the midsection. Not, well, we can't do that, but hit him in the groin. Yes, everything goes. Everything goes. That's called a street fight. So that is an equalizer. But if you're talking in the ring, clearly that fight, he's finished. Tyson is finished. He was finished with Lennox Lewis. He is finished even with Evander Holyfield. And he checked out. It could have been said he checked out with Buster Douglas. But all fighters a lot of times just don't know, and athletes in general, a lot of times because they've been on top of the food chain for so long, and people told them that they the greatest, and they still think they got it. Now I was so disappointed. I was on, because I'm a real fan of Mike Tyson. I really thought that he would knock this guy out. And he looked slow. Even Terrence Crawford, fighter now, if you're not a boxing fan, he's champion in his division, middleweight, I believe. Terrence Crawford, he mentioned that, Tyson basically was, and I'm paraphrasing, was trash. Trash, the fight was trash. And I looked at the fight, Tyson, like, he didn't have that same energy. He looked slower. He looked his age, 58. And that hurt. Because even I'm hoping he had enough in the tank, to knock him out. I thought the power. But Jake Paul, he trains. And, one of the great equalizers to, let's say, a shorter fighter, he coming in with all of that power, is if you're a taller fighter with a longer reach, you could jab him, keep him away. But even I seen the fight, Tyson started backing away. It's just not the same. I couldn't even watch all of it. It went to decision. Jake Paul threw more punches. He landed more shots. Tyson didn't really throw hardly no punches. Maybe the first 2 rounds he looked like he was doing something. But in the 3rd round on, his face swelling up. I mean, it's just sad. Again, when you pass your prime, you got to know when it's over. And a lot of times these athletes, now, again, maybe it was for a paycheck or whatever the case, but your legacy, it's time for you to not talk about boxing no more, not talk about fighting no more on any level. It's time for you to start teaching, maybe promoting other boxers, up and coming boxers. I'm speaking of like a Mike Tyson, or just make your money how you making your money. You're well off. You got a great family, from what I'm seeing from the outside looking in, and you just cool out and enjoy, the rest of your older age. It's for you to go out there. I mean, I really thought, oh my goodness, I really thought that, and that hurts. It really do. It hurts me because I hate to see brother like Mike Tyson. Now I've been a fan for decades. Just look bad. Just look bad. You don't want to look bad. When you get older, you just don't want to look bad. You pass your prime, it's over. It's like you going to the club and you 58 years old, 50 years old. You going to the club with a bunch of 18-year-olds and 20-something-year-olds, and you trying to, holler at the women, at the young ladies. It just looks bad. You that old guy with full gray hair or a little gray hair percolating on your chin, and you that old guy. It's just not a good look. You out in the club, just hollering at the young girls, and your late 40s and 50s and 60s. It's just it's over. You're supposed to be going to functions, meetings, do that. Whereas mature crowd and network. You should be going to network functions when you're in your 40s, 50s. That's your target. You're not supposed to be in the club and you in there dealing with 20-year-olds, teenagers. You can't dance. You still dancing the hustle. It's different dances now. You're not looking good. It's not a good look. You trying to dance the modern dance, but the last time you only know about the disco or the bump or the wop. It's not a good look. It's over. You pass your prime. That's even for the women too, the old ladies. You can't be. Why are you in the club? Guys is in their 20s, they college students, early 30s, and here you 50, late 40s. What are you doing? It's over. You pass your prime. This is the reality of getting older. You got to know when it's time. I know personally when it's time. I'm not going to be out there, with younger people running around. Now, if it's a special occasion, we all going out together type of thing, and once in the blue, I'm with a group and we happen to be going to a club like that, fine, whatever. But I'm going to play my position. You be in the VIP or just get your spot in the corner, watch young people dance. And if something comes your way, you don't force the issue. But that's a whole different level. But don't go out there as an older man and you trying to dress like you a fresh teenager. Running around here, thinking you still got it. You had it in the 80s and the 90s. You could pull it off maybe because you look young, but you got to know your age, when the reality. You in your 40s and 50s. Pops, it's over. It's over. It's over. And a lot of people, older people, can't shake that reality off. This is why they get like a midlife crisis. They thinking, maybe let me give a last hurrah for old time's sake. Or they maybe think, I got it. In your brain, you still feel you got it. Yes, I understand that. But when you start hitting the streets, you get a cold reality. Man, older man, you might look young. And I get it. You take care of yourself. It's great. It's wonderful. It's delicious. But when you get a person, a woman, a young lady say, yeah, how you doing, sir? It's not like, hey man, and what's going on? It's like, hi sir, how are you? You know you old. You know it's over. You pass your prime. It is what it is. Right now, you at the stage in life which is supposed to be a wonderful stage, which you supposed to be a mentor, man and old woman, supposed to teach, guide the youth. Now, yes, you as a man, you still maybe can get a younger woman, if you keep yourself healthy and fit and looking right. Yes, you can, not denying that, but that's not going to be the norm, the majority, unless you have just serious paper and you just tricking in, or what I call a business professional relationship. These is exception to the rules and different nuances of life, and I'm not going in that route. What I am saying is you have to know when it's over, when you pass your prime. And that's why I was using the example of Mike Tyson, and I was using an example about just everyday life, going out to the club and even wanting to challenge. Another thing you have to know, you can't be, if you're an older person, running around saying, well, you know, in my day, this is why y'all young people is not this and that. Because the young people, when you was young, you didn't want to hear that. I know I didn't want to hear that from my uncle. I remember my uncle used to say, you know, y'all younger people don't know this. I feel sorry for you, y'all younger people. And I got it. I understood it. I really did. Y'all younger people don't know this. Y'all younger people don't know that. I get it. Or y'all don't know about this music. I get it. I really did. But I was young. Right. On the same token, you know, you don't want to necessarily hear that. You don't want to hear in my day. This is why I try my best when I'm talking to younger people. I don't run around and say, well, you know, in my day, we didn't do this in my day because y'all younger people are stupid. And I mean, well, you are kind of dumb, a lot of you, but you could reverse it and say your generation had stupidness too, and that's a legitimate statement. So you can't run around here and saying that to the young, just bombarding them and saying, y'all younger people, this is why y'all don't know this, and this is why, you know, coming in that direction. You have to guide. You could throw those examples in, but you have to be guiding, and because it's a new generation. Music is different, the mindset is different, and you have to change with the times. And you have to, and I'm speaking of the older people, you have to know when it's over. So you should stay in your lane and accept what's out here. And that's how I flow. I try to flow like my father flowed like that. That's why he was considered a cool dude. A lot of people, younger people, older people, but he had a lot of younger people vibe with him. And it's not like he, you know, dressed down. You know, my father, you know, was always suited up, and a lot and even going to the store, grocery store, he was dressed, impeccable dresser, way better than me. I'm not like him with that. uh he was saying definitely I'm slacking. When I dress, I could dress well, certainly, but he used to dress everywhere, even going to the store. And he didn't try to, and a lot of younger people gravitated towards him. I know my friends used to like talking to him, and you know, because he was very knowledgeable. father was a great man, and that in his own right. He was a he had very knowledgeable on life and experiences, and a lot of young people like to sit down and talk to him, and I know I got that way about me too, which thankful for my father that a lot of people gravitate towards me because of that nature I have. And again, I admit I got it from my father with that. All praises, RP to that. But again, you have to flow, change with the times as an older person. You have to recognize the error that you're in. Again, I use the example with music. I like old school music, and I'm not a fan of a lot of the music that is out here, but I recognize it, and I can even talk to the younger people about the music because and they even surprised when I even have it on my phone, or if I could conversate, they'd be like, "Wow, you know about that artist?" Yeah, because I still keep my ear to the streets. I'm not a older person where I just be like, that's all y'all young people don't know about this music and all that. I don't, I try to flow with the times. That's just one example of just music. We just saying in terms of life, dress and stuff. I don't try to rock with how the young people dress. I have my own style. My own smooth style, but I'm still trendy, but I'm not like trying to dress like the younger people. But I don't look I should say outdated. At least I hope not. But I know I don't because I get compliments. So again, you have to know when your time is over, per se. It goes right back to that. But I just flow. Long story short, I flow with the times. So you got to know when you pass your prime and accept the change. And that's where I'm getting at. That's where I'm pulling everything together for the audience to understand. You have to know when you reach a certain age, you have to accept when your prime, your days are over. You could just, you live your life and be the best you can and flow with the times, change with the times, because that's one thing consistent in life is change. So that's something you have to be able to do. But a lot of older people, they do not know or not wanting to accept it's over. And again, that's just sports, life, and so forth. It's sad. I find it sad personally because to see older people still, thinking they still got it. They still think they can, master the streets. They still think they still think they that guy. They think they him or her. It's it's just not that. It's just not that. You got and one thing another thing, and I talked about it just earlier, but dressing. I'm thinking right now of the entertainer, but I won't share the name. But just to see entertainers, I see women out here, which you 40, 50 years old, and you showing, your breasts and your behind. You old, lady. You old. You got these singers out here, and you sagging. You shouldn't be. You shouldn't be. I know y'all guys want me to start talking about names. I have an R&B singer. I put it like that. An old R&B singer. I leave as that. That you should not. It's over. It's over. Yeah, it's you don't need to do that. And blonde hair. So I already pretty much gave you a couple clues, but it's you just don't you have to know when you pass your prime. Long story short, you're an auntie now, or you're somebody's nana. It's over. It's over. You pass your prime, and I can reverse it with men too. You can't be. I see. You know, it's cringy when I sometimes, and I'm going back to the entertainers. I don't really like seeing this. It's nostalgia. I get it. You see your latest R&B singers. I just use them as an example, and they dancing on the stage. And I know they getting their money. So okay, get your money. I got it. But I remember them in their youth. Okay, when they was moving around doing somersaults and all of that stuff on stage. I know I'm over the top with it, but when I see even men like on the stage and they 50 years old, 40 years old, late 40s, 50s, even 60s, hip hop or R&B, and I see them trucking along, big old bellies, full gray hairs, moving slow. I really don't want to see that. I mean, it's kind of cringy to me, but I get it. I still like the music. I would think back to the 90s, and you can think back to the 80s and, whatever, but I really don't want to see these older men and older women full of grays and they moving slow and they trying to, and they dance a little bit and shuffle to the right, shuffle to the left, even got to take a deep breath. Voice is not as powerful as it used to be, and they dress to the T, but you see the big old belly just hanging. Ah, man, I like just stream your song, just stream it. You could AI you. AI works great. Could make you look 20 years younger. I don't know. But I know. Look, you got to get your money. So at the end of the day, get your money. Who am I, right? You might even get people just say, "Hey, I'm maybe Mr. Greatness. You might be too old to do this podcast." But this is like just a purge. This is my purging moment, verbal purge. Just share information. So I don't think I'm playing myself with that. At least I hope not. That's not my intentions. But anyway, that's whatever. But I just don't like to see the older generation just out there on the dance floor and you know every breath I take, woo, and, do a little shuffle. Ah, yeah, but hey, listen, nostalgia, right? But it's just sad. It's just a certain sadness. It's like you got to know when you pass your prime. I it is what it is. But look, get your money. At the end of the day, it's a market. I get it. Have no problem with that. But to sum it up, there's other ways that you can still flow with the times. You just got to know when You're past your prime. And anything that you do, when you reach a certain age in life, you cannot do what you maybe did 15 years ago. You can, but you gotta grow, evolve, change. That's what part of life is, change. You're 15 years old. You're not gonna do what you did. You're not gonna do the things when you're 5. You're 25 years old. You're not gonna do the same thing you did when you was 13. You're 35 years old. You're not gonna do the same things you did when you was 22. And you're 40 years old. You're definitely not gonna do the same thing you did when you was 28. You're 50 years old. You're not gonna do the same thing you did when you was 35. You 60 years old, you definitely not gonna do the same thing when you was 40. You 80 years old, you basically ready to check out and enjoy your grandkids or great grandkids. And if you got a little strength left, you walk to the store, get your groceries, read some books, travel to the neighborhood community center, call up your family members, exercise so you can still move those legs and get some, maybe, and keep fresh the pens and pampers on deck and just live life. Thank you for listening.